Shadow, nothing too loud, and practice by just using one colour on the lower part of the lid, and as your confidence grows and you like your colours, you can start to experiment more. To make it easier for you, apply the darkest tone at the lower part of the lid and then go straight to the lightest tone and apply that just under the brow bone, and you can wipe off any excess powder, and you're going to blend that into the eyebrow quite subtly, so it just emerges, doesn't stick out, and it's not too loud. These are powders, so you can work the colour on, or if you've applied too much, you can work the colour off by just blending. This action is called blending. You blend the powder out. So you can see my lightest tone and you can see my darkest tone, and now I'm going to use a combination of the darkest and the middle tone in this middle area of the eye to bridge the gap. And as I blend, I can see where I need more colour and I can add that. It's a subtle action, so you don't get your look instantly. It's something you have to work at, blending the colours until you're happy with the result. To create a smoky eye look, you can use a palette that has a charcoal or black or a very dark brown colour, and that will create the shadow at the end. That will create the smoke, as they call it. And what you're doing is using that deep colour to enhance, almost in a V shape like this, here, and just under the brow bone where your highlighter is. Using your dark colour to create that smoky look. Your smoky look can be a very heavy smoky look for evening wear, or it can be subtle smoky look for daytime. And you can create a smoky look with any colour. It doesn't have to be black or brown. You could have a selection of blue eyeshadow and create a smoky look using the darkest colour, which is the blue in this instance, and the same for green, the same for violet or purple. I'm just going to move on and balance up with the other eye, which can be quite tricky. Sometimes you perfect one eye and then you have to duplicate that over to the other eye. And by stopping, opening your eyes and just checking, you can sort of measure how much more you need to get that look symmetrical. Again, I'm using the lightest from the palette and highlighting, and that helps me to measure how much more blending I need to do of either the lighter or the darker shade. If you have ethnic skin, tend not to go for the cheaper brands that have glitter and sparkle, because sometimes the particles are quite large and they spread out at the end of the day or an evening and they look very messy. If you are going to use a shimmer or a sparkle, go for a good quality product. And play around with your colours so you almost know what's going to suit you in any palette that you look at. And you might find that you can also duplicate the other eye a bit quicker than the first one because you have the comparison. Some smoky eye looks bring the dark powder right down to under the eye. This might not necessarily work for you, because your smoky eye look might not be the same as somebody else's. It just depends on how fair they are and how their eyes are shaped. So don't always assume that a particular smoky eye look is for you. You have to work and experiment to get the right amount of dark or smoky colour on the eyebrows. And keep blending until you're happy with what your end result is. There, I'm happy with that. Key points, eyes. Remember the starting and finishing points of your eyebrows. When tweezing, hold your tweezer at a slant. Enhance your eyebrows using eyebrow powder and apply with a fine angled brush. Hold the corner of your eye to apply mascara and liner. Use eyeshadows as you desire, and remember the smoky look can be created with any shade. Don't share eye products to prevent contamination.